that looks like it's got the shape of a token, and it did not sound very good, and this is excessively crusty. I am not sure if I'm going to get anything at all off of this thing. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clean this up off camera and then show you a picture of what this looks like if I can get any design off of it. But it's a cool find either way. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this bit here. Yeah, it looks like junk, but if I flip that over, it's got a windmill pattern on it. So I'm not sure what this is. It's super heavy and feels like lead, but it's an interesting find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, would you look at that right on the surface? That looks like it may be the biggest clay marble I have ever seen in my entire life. In fact, this may not even be a marble. This may be to like some sort of Victorian game or something like that, but that is a super, super cool find. So in the pouch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. So this one was not down deep at all. I just flipped up big, round, and green, and we're gonna see what this is. Actually, I think I have a feeling I may know what it's going to be. This could end up being a British halfpenny of some sort. I know that Terry has pulled a Victorian one of those out of here, and I just cannot see anything on this coin or token, whatever it is. So I'm going to clean this up off camera and I will loop you back in. So here it is all cleaned up. It is not what I was expecting it to be. It is actually a 20 centavos coin from Mexico, and these date to the earlier half of the 1900s. This one I could not get a date off of just yet. It is super corroded, but there's the Mexican eagle on the back. So that is a super cool find. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I had a signal underneath this brick here. It was sitting just like that over top, and I flipped it up, and laying underneath appears to be some sort of belt buckle. Huh. I do not see much. There may be a design on this. There's the back of it, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit off camera, and I will loop you back in. So here's the belt buckle all cleaned up. I do not see any sort of design on the face, but down here it says nickel silver top. So this is going to be made of cupro nickel. So that is a super cool find though. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this one here, again, not very deep at all. And I just flipped up that. That appears to be a token. It hit like a coin, or it hit high like a penny would. And I see writing on it, but I cannot make out exactly what it says just yet. So I think it's good for something. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in. So here's the token all cleaned up. Not in the greatest of condition, but it says the Eiler Grand Store and good for 5 cents in trade on the back. So that is a super cool find. Love these old tokens. So I'm assuming this is going to be from Omaha. If I find out otherwise, I will throw the town name underneath it. But that is a super cool find. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this bit here. It's got old style rivets in it, holding wood into place, and between them is 2 slats of metal. So I'm thinking this is some very, very old, very crude pocket knife. So this has definitely got some age to it. So I will certainly take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, that there is an interesting sight. That's a big copper disc, and that hit 90 on my end. Oh my gosh, that is not a copper coin. That's a half. That is the last thing I was expecting right there. That's going to be a walker. And that is my first silver half of the year. And my gosh, that is in absolutely trashed condition. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in. Okay, so this must have been in a fire or something. I have no clue. It is just absolutely caked, and I think maybe I see 1945. I can't guarantee it though. That date is just not coming through for me, but I will still take a walker regardless of condition. So in the pouch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. So that just popped out at me, and that looks like it's round and a little bit of an off round, and actually, oh, that might be a little charm of some sort. And it is very crusty. It's definitely been under concrete for quite some time. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in with whatever this is. So here it is up close. It looks like there's maybe a figure and some writing on it. It is just absolutely caked. This one is going to be very tough. It may even need to be soaked in CLR to figure out exactly what it is. But I'm going to take a guess at some sort of religious pendant, and I will throw up a picture and whenever I get this thing cleaned up. But it's a cool find either way. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it looks like we've got us another old marble. This one I can already tell it's just going to be a cat's eye of some sort, so probably not a super, super old one. But if I can get an ID on whoever made this, I will loop you back in. But here it is all cleaned up. Just a pretty basic cat's eye, but still a cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this just popped up. It looks round, and I'm thinking a token of some sort has got to be my best guess. Huh. I see something on it. Yeah, definitely some sort of design. Nothing I can identify just yet. Huh. It is very crusty. I'm going to take a wild guess that it is some sort of old trade token, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in when I got the detail. So here it is all cleaned up. I believe it says Chester Green something company, and it's got a town name that I can't read. There's a face on it. Here's the back of it, and it does have some text on it. It says, "You want the best something green food," something like that. I'll throw up a picture of this when it's all cleaned up, but it is a cool token. It's definitely a very, very old find. So in the patch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. So that sounded like a shallow penny. This is incredibly cool. That is like some sort of enamel on it, and I don't feel anything inside of it. I think it's a makeup compact of some sort. I'm going to clean this up a little bit better to get you some detail, and I will loop you back in. So I actually got the thing open. There's just a mirror inside, no coins or nothing. It did split apart actually, but this compact is super cool. Here's a better look at the face again. It had some sort of floral pattern that just kind of washed away, but still a really cool find, so I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Looks like we've got us a surface find. That is a plastic hair barrette of some sort. It feels like an older Bakelite. Not entirely sure on the age of it, but it looks pretty old, so I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. I'm on a slightly precarious slope right now, but it is well worth it because I just pulled up that. I believe it's going to be my second token of the night. Feels aluminum, maybe. Ooh, just like everything else out of here, it is roached. And it's definitely got something on it, I think. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and I will loop you back in when I got the detail. Well, this is about the best I'm going to get it. And honestly, looks like just a blank piece of aluminum. So it's odd that it would be perfectly octagonal like this. So I'm guessing it has to be either a token that's just worn slick, or it has not been stamped yet, which would be really interesting. But it's a cool find either way. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. I could have sworn this was going to be a piece of junk, but no. There's writing on that, and that says Omaha Brewing Association. It's going to be tough to see, but that is yet another piece of local history out of this spot. It's breaking just a little bit, so I'm going to have to be real careful with it. But that is an awesome find. I will take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, the sun is definitely starting to go down. I just pulled up this really cool keyhole here. It's got an Eastlake pattern underneath the dirt, but this spot is really tough on copper, so this is going to take some further cleaning to get all the detail through, but it's a really cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So I just pulled up this coin here. It had Indian numbers, and it just does not feel like zinc. Actually, oh, that's a wheat. I can see it. You probably cannot. My phone battery is too low, so I can't use the flash, but it is definitely a wheat penny. When I get to my car and get some light, I will loop you back in with the date. So as promised to end the night, here's the wheat all cleaned up. 1929D is going to be the date on that one. And here's the back of that. It's a super nice looking green one, so really cool find. I'll see you in the wrap up. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from another go at the Bulldozed 1880s houses. So I'm going to start off with some of the bigger stuff here. I got a wood handle pocket knife. I also got this lead bit with a windmill pattern on it. A Bakelite hair barrette. I got a super fancy compact with a bunch of enamel on it. I got a belt buckle and Eastlake style keyhole cover. And then this is super cool. It says compliments to the Omaha Brewing Association. It's a matchstick case, and the Omaha Brewing Association was the name for Storrs Brewery from 1891 through 1901. I got a pair of marbles. The glass one's a Marble King Cat's Eye from the 60s, And this massive clay shooter dates back into the 1800s. I also got a chunk of a 2-piece button, a religious pendant. I got 4 tokens, including this aluminum blank. This one here from the A.J. Elias Cash Store of Persia, Iowa. This one was actually completely coated in concrete. It's a good for 25 cents in trade. This next one here comes from the Eiler Grand Cigar Store, I assume in Omaha. This one's a good for 5 cents in trade, but that one is a very old one, maybe back into the 1800s. This last one here I was able to date from 1877 to 1889, and this one is for the Chester Greenwood Company of Farmington, Maine. And Chester Greenwood was the guy who invented earmuffs, so that's what this was to commemorate. And the back is pretty toasted and unreadable. And now onto the coins. I got a 1929 wheat penny. And then I also got onto a 20 centavos coin from Mexico. These date from the 40s into the 50s. This one has no date. It's super worn out. But there's the back of that one. And then my big silver, a 1945 Walking Liberty $50. And though the condition is absolutely trashed, $50 do not come up very often. So I was super thrilled with this find. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.